Exiled Opinions coming to you with a very special broadcast this morning. Project Veritas has released a shit ton of Google documents, and we're going to try and get through as much of this as possible. We do not have a time limit, so if we go over, I would like to apologize to Mad Dodge. Sorry, dude, we're stealing your channel for the day. Um, we are also going to keep going as long as YouTube doesn't fucking cut us off at the neck. How's it going, Doku? You ready for this shit?
I'm ready.
All right. Um, I don't know where to begin. I have no. As you can see, there's a lot here. Um, there is an everything.zip that you can download. And I recommend everybody head on over. I'm going to put this up on the thing. I'm actually going to change the text on the bottom of the screen so you guys can follow along at home. Uh, projectveritas.com/Google document dump. I urge you all to
Yeah.
get on this. All right, I urge every fucking one to get on this. Jacob, how's it going? He says, aha, I can curse again. Jelly Duck says, hey everyone, is Doku awake? I don't know, Doku, are you awake? Have you had your coffee yet?
Oh, I'm more than awake, and you know what? Just for this occasion, fuck it. I'm gonna be day drinking a little bit for this one because in case anybody remembers, one of our first videos was fuck you Google. So
Yeah.
full
Memes,
circle.
how the fuck's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Memes asks, is it happier than the memories I was just having about a zombie concert from many moons ago? I, I
I'm
guess.
not even sure how to respond to that one. God
um,
damn it, memes.
we're um, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna start with the censorship one.
Oh boy, here we go. Well, let's see what we got.
All right. So, um, we could download all this shit. Fuck. All right. Well, if we got to download it, well, let's just download the everything.zip and then go through it. Don't be
Wow,
evil.zip. Download. Files
damn, you
couldn't be
weren't joking when
transferred.
you
What the
said
fuck?
they gave us a fucking info dump. Damn.
Launch Signet app. Let's try the Signet app. Let's see what that does. Jelly Duck says looks like a fake. No, this is actually quite real, dude. Google has a history of being a corporate overlord. Um, do I have to download the Signet app? Motherfucker.
And well, while you do that, we'll just do a brief little recap about Google and their somewhat interesting history when it comes to manipulating search results. Insider what's the best way to put it? A politically driven, cultish mentality that seems to have been festering within Google over the past several years. You know, we don't want another one of those darn
Not over the
Trump
past several years.
situations.
Since they were fucking. Since Google started, they've been doing everything they can to manipulate. They're part of the. They are part of an Illuminati type thing.
That's why I say they're a cult. They look at anybody who's worked at Google and the way they talk and the way their mannerisms are. Look at them in interviews. Not even the stuff from Veritas, but just the way these individuals act, carry themselves, the way they engage with media. They very are a
I
cultish
really,
mentality.
I really wish we could get Fedora or Peon for this one because this is fucking open. Open, you piece of shit. All right, where did it go? Censorship documents. Oh, there are a lot of them. And I can't. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Okay. You know what? Just clear out. Let's open the PDF. YouTube controversial twiddler query backlist. The queries in this file will force the controversial twiddler to be triggered. This file will be parsed by superroot string lookup module. The data format is plain text. Each line contains one query without leading, trailing, duplicated white space. Each term is delimited by a single space. And then it's got a whole bunch of queries that they have built into their system.
So essentially what this means, this is what their algorithm is going to be looking for. If something pops up, if something triggers, if one of these words is noticed, well, you're on the show.
So let's try some of these. Let's see, 64-year-old Stephen Paddock. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. So this is a basic algorithmic query. So,
Oh, look at that. Huh. Interesting.
Well.
All right. Let's
Gee,
try and
it's
get.
almost like Google manipulates the search results.
Let's create a slideshow. Or maybe not. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try and get a thing from the Microsoft Store, just so I can. Okay, that didn't work out.
This is, oh boy, this is full on 1984 bullshit.
I'm just gonna open these in Paint. Fuck it. At least that way I can zoom. What? You know what? No, I'm gonna open these in Photoshop, because that way I can bring them up and they'll expand a lot clearer than they will in Paint. All right. Here we go. David Richter. Anyone want to hold their nose and look through Breitbart.com for hate speech? Here's FAQ on the policy, which links to the policy itself, and then they've got the hate speech document right there, which I'm guessing we can look up or gain access to ourselves. So I'm just dumping in all these images because there's a lot.
Oh boy.
And we're just
I
gonna.
know a few people have covered this, but this paints a much larger picture.
All right. And then here is the original note. Hate is really difficult since writers have become very artful in demeaning other groups without exploiting it. That said, do review Breitbart pages against our hate policies and have stopped showing ads on policy violating pages we've found. We're working to improve our ability to do this at scale. When sufficient violations have been found, we'll take action at the site level. That's
Oh, right there, we already got two big fucking red flags. First one, you have Breitbart mentioned by name, so you're telling me you don't have a political bias? I didn't hear Vox, I didn't hear Vice, I didn't hear BuzzFeed, but I did hear you specifically looking at Breitbart and essentially waiting for them to slip up. Review, wait for them to fuck. That's what I hear. That's corporate speak for we don't like these guys. Twist whatever you have to twist, get rid of them. Yeah, this is that 2020 prevent another Trump 2020 situation. Google, did you lie to Congress, Google?
Oh, we know they lied.
Seems seems
We
like you
know they
did. It seems
lied.
like we have some evidence here that there might be some internalized political bias.
I am doing this string by hand, and it is fucking difficult because of how blurry it is. Because it's a screenshot. JR57
Well, again,
G.
the bid reg flag with that one should be that they're specifically targeting Breitbart. No one else is mentioned, just Breitbart. I
Yeah,
believe that would fit the definition of bias.
no, it definitely seems shady. And as soon as I fucking find this, LD NE slash. Let's see if that. Man, of course they pulled it. Of course they pulled it.
Oh, that doesn't look sketchy at all.
Not at all. Of course it got pulled. I couldn't finish the rest of the string, but that it looks like a heading string anyway. So that shouldn't have mattered. Jacob says, guys, the same old crap. The problem is not the bias exactly, it's the actions and motives that matter, including the people who run these businesses. No, you're absolutely correct. Memes. Doku, do I smell a new Sarban's Oxley a la Silicon Valley flavor? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Meme says,
Uh,
but we have national news anchors citing offense from a fictional movie series. All right, so let's get to the next screenshot here. Uh, this
oh,
one's really
what
hard.
flavor?
This one's really hard to make out. Let's see. It says, "Hi, feminist Googlers. I'm sure most of you are aware of the extreme sexism that articles and comments on Breitbart disseminate." Wow. For this and many other reasons, my colleagues and I have drafted an internal letter to leadership asking them to end Google's business relationship with Breitbart and and enforce AdSense policies on prohibited content. Please
Oh,
consider, please consider, and if you do agree, please ask others to sign. Our goal is to send the letter to company leadership tomorrow for their consideration. So far, I can't read that number. It looks like 5,100, 5,186 Googlers have co-signed the letter. Oh, holy shit, that's like their entire Google staff have co-signed a letter. If you're already one of them, thank you. Follow the link. I cannot make this out. Um, Man, I really wish these screenshots were clearer. Um, there and the reply is, please share this important initiative. Huh. Interesting.
oh boy. There.
Oh. Oh. Hello. We have a very clear document here titled, "It's time to remove Breitbart from AdSense. Take action. Add your name to the letter here. Help document policy violations here. Update the Dory question here." Memes. Think it's like 5% of the 100,000-ish employees. Uh, it's possible, but that's a significant number, especially if that 5,000 plus is in the upper brackets.
Well, memes, you also got to remember this is internal Google staff. This is not the stuff they outsource. This is not
This is home
you know,
based stuff. Hey Jesse,
yeah,
how the fuck's it going, man? Nice to see you. He asks, "What did Google do now?"
Oh, what didn't they do? Is the better question.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for hitting the like button, dude. We do appreciate it if you can hit that like button.
Oh
Google
yeah, thank you
is
very much.
Google's information has been leaked by Project Veritas, and yeah, this is
Yeah,
some rich shit
the
here.
yeah, the gun is smoking and we can still smell the fucking saltpeter in the air. Ooh,
Yeah.
this is
So here's
I mean,
here's the
let's be honest real quick, Shandor. This is just confirming everything we've all been saying. Like we all know this shit was true, but this is the hard book on the fucking table.
oh yeah,
It
Jesse's like evil afoot. No, evil like isn't afoot anymore. It's and this is the thing that we need everyone to realize that for the longest time, evil has been shoving its cock down our throats.
Yeah, this is just the little icing on the cake you need where if anybody ever says, "Oh, Google never had a bias or an agenda to push," they treat all of their creators and everybody equally. No,
Yeah.
bullshit.
We got Philip. How's it going, Philip? Thanks for joining us. I think Jesse is over on Dodge's channel. If you don't see him in your chat, it might be because he's in a different chat. But if you all want to be on the same chat, join our Discord. Link is in the description below the Exiled Opinion YouTube stream. Memes, isn't that what dual action battle axes are for?
I believe that's a WoW reference.
I know it's a WoW reference. So yeah,
Damn it,
Jesse.
memes.
Yeah, we're doing this on 3 channels. We're streaming to Mad Dodge's channel. Uh, we're streaming to our own channel, Exiled Opinions, and we're streaming to the Exiled Opinions D Live page. Which, if you guys want to help us out, head on over to dlive.tv/Exiled Opinions. Join us there, and I'm pretty sure YouTube is going to get rid of us as soon as possible, because they don't want this shit up here.
Yeah, they're probably not going to be too happy about this, but you know what? Fresh info dump. Might as well get it out now.
Yeah. So let's see. Dear Sundar, concerned Googlers have come together to ask for the removal of Breitbart.com from AdSense, blocking all Google severed served ads on Breitbart. Our AdSense hate speech guidelines prohibit harassing or bullying content, content that incites hatred or promotes violence against individuals or groups based on race, ethnic. We're just gonna say protected class, because that's just too much fucking thing to say. Content that incites or advocates for harm against individual or group. Breitbart regularly publishes both articles and unmoderated comments containing all 3 types of prohibited content. Simple article headlines include, and they've got content warning, homophobia, gay rights have made us dumber. It's time to get back in the closet, which was written by a gay man. Content warning, misogyny, birth control makes women unattractive and crazy. Um, Content warning, Islamophobia. Political correctness protects Muslim rape culture. I don't see where the problem is there. Taryn Marine, how's it going? I've been Bukake choke slammed by pure commie evil. Oof.
Ooh,
Um,
that's a spicy take.
that's spicy. Anti-black racism content warning. Hoist it high and proud. The Confederate flag proclaims a global heritage or glorious heritage. Yeah, heritage of losing.
Oh, don't let Bad Dodge hear that one.
um. So yeah, there's all that. There's all that. We're gonna get
And
on
the thing is
over.
that that one's directed directly at a Sundar. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So here's the next part of it. Each of these articles is partnered with ads by Google. During a quick survey, we found over 70 instances of hate speech and/or harassing, bullying content violations on Breitbart. Let's see. They found content contains harassing or bullying content, 30%. Contains content that incites hatred or perpetuates violence against individuals or group, 40%. And then they must have like a 10% margin of error here because there's a lot of uh, content incites or advocates for harm against an individual or group. I wonder what their definition of harm is. Jesse says giggity. Um,
And that is a very good question because again, that whole thing about internalized political bias, it seems Breitbart is kind of the punching bag here. What about I don't know, uh Queer Kid stuff or Riley Dennis or Boston Antifa or I don't know, pretty much everything MSNBC, CNN, any of those groups? Is it just Breitbart? It, are the rules being applied evenly here, Google, or
no. I can already answer that one for you.
yeah, so hmm, not a good look. Not a good look.
I'm going to throw a link into the chat, guys. That might have been the wrong chat. Let's bring this over here. I can close this out. And hopefully this will go through because YouTube has been cock blocking our link for everything.
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna run out and get breakfast.
Okay, have fun. I already ate.
Okay.
So, hey, there we go. Discord link is out, ladies and gentlemen. Please join us on Discord to keep up to date with when we go live because I'm sure I'm sure we're gone after this one.
Yeah, they're probably not gonna like us after this.
Yeah. So continuing on with this slide here, these articles and comments violate both our ad policies and Google's core values. Googlers hold a diverse set of political, social, and economic perspectives, but respect and openness bind us together. The hate and bullying Breitbart incites toward Muslims, LGBTQ people, and women is incompatible with those shared values. You'd think if they had held such diverse opinions, right?
Yeah, what
You
about
would
cis
think.
white males, Christians,
No. I'm
Catholics?
not even going there. I'm not even going there. You think if they had tolerance for so many diverse opinions, that they would tolerate these opinions and go, well, you know what? Fuck it. Don't care. Jesse says he just joined. Awesome.
Thank you, Jesse.
So, Jesse, guess what? You've reached the upper echelons of our little ditty. So, feel free to hop on into the stream chat or the exiled stream chat if you wanna join in on this. My right version is compatible with this joint. Nice. Shirati says, "What are you two bitching about?" We're not bitching about you, Shirati. How's it going? You have to respond, Shirati. You have to respond to our summons. We randomly drew your name last Friday, or was it last Friday? Friday after last or before last? Before
The
last.
Friday before.
You want a comic book, so if you want it, hit me up on DMs. Jesse's gonna join us. Awesome. Jesse's always a pleasure to be around. Someone get fucking Fedora in here. I swear to fucking God.
Oh yeah, Fedora would have a fucking field day with this one.
You know what? I'm gonna hit him up on the Twitter box and
Hit him up on the twitters. Get him in on this because this is juicy. I don't see anybody talking about this just yet.
Yeah.
I think we're fresh to the party.
so
Hey,
hey Jesse, how the fuck's it going, man?
What's up, dude?
I can't complain. I mean,
Hey.
I could, but why would I? I ain't gonna get.
I mean, I could, but someone would beat me for it.
Yeah,
Here's a
there's lot of
quote.
people out there who got more to complain about, so I'll shut the hell up.
Yeah, so here's a quote that they've included in this thing. We may do things we believe have a positive impact on the world, even in the near term. Financial results are not obvious. 2004 founders letter. They're like citing whatever the fuck the dude's name that runs Google.
Are they trying to say, don't worry, we're altruistic?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let me
there's-
shoot
so
you in the
Also,
back of
they're
the
putting
head.
said, don't be evil.
Yeah. Let me shoot you in the back of the head. It's for a good cause.
Yeah, they're putting that one directly at a Sunder, I believe. This, I'm not gonna lie, I'm laughing not because I find this amusing, but because Google, you got caught fucking red-handed.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
So before I continue, I did some research into StreamYard, and I would love to be running this through StreamYard, but we can't because StreamYard, the free version, only allows you to stream to one channel at once.
Yeah, you really have to get the upgrade on that, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people are feeling it out with the $25 a month right now to see if everybody really switches over and how it all works, but
Yeah, I don't
it's probably going to be the way to go.
I don't see the $25 option staying around for long. They might drop it to like $15 a month, but still that's a lot of money to stream, you know?
Yep. That's why stuff like that, dude, you have to do it all at once and just drop the years so it's not a monthly bill that you keep looking at.
Yeah, it's kind of a harsh bill to pay.
Yeah, it's a pop it on a credit card deal.
Yeah. So continuing on this slide, this is the last little bit for this slide. The author of the slide, the author of the page says, at the Muslim ban protest on MTV, Sergey said the U.S. had the courage to take me and my family in as refugees. His words represent the company we want to work for. Financing bullying campaigns does not. It shouldn't be any of your fucking business who you're financing. In the long run, it's money coming in.
Well,
Oh my god.
There's three things worth pointing out here that seem to be running themes. The first, this is all internalized within Google.
Oh.
Yeah, so
No.
this is not,
Oh, okay. So I just opened up the ranking chart. It's a work in progress based on this chart here. So the ideas are new site rank from web search based on fringe quality or fringe query classifier, rater based classifier to directly grade channel quality. So the example they're giving here is like the Wall Street Journal, 8.53. And this is the rating they're giving it. I believe this is out of a 10, up or down. So you got...
So by that, you're saying that you don't really have to have factual content, just pretty content.
Yeah. So Wall Street Journal, 8.53. ABC News, 8.07. PBS NewsHour, 7.93. CBS News, 6.57. Associated
Oh, really?
Press. Yeah. Associated Press, 6.22. The Associated Press is less credible than the Wall Street Journal.
I'm surprised that liberal-owned CBS doesn't get a perfect score as well.
Yeah. Blind girl, how's it going? Welcome to the Discord. Let's see. Where did I stop? Associated Press. All right. CNN 6.0. MSNBC. Yeah. MSNBC 5.37. Fox News.
Damn.
Fox News 5.2. RT
No one
America.
trusts any news source.
I
It's
know.
amazing.
RT America 4.57. Breitbart 2.78. Philip DeFranco's on this list, 2.73. Huffington Post 2.72.
Wow, they got
Damn.
a 2? So you get like a 1.
I know, right? The Young
Huffington
Turks.
Post is a joke paper.
I
It's
know.
like reading The Onion for your news.
I know. The Young Turks 2.53. Alex Jones channel minus 1.56.
Well, he made all the frogs gay or something. Something happened there.
Turn the fucking frogs gay.
The next news network, 3.35.
Wait, they gave the next news network a high.
Minus.
Gary Franchi got a.
Minus
Oh, is that a-
3.35.
Oh, I was about to say, did they give Gary Franchi a better rating than Philly? Philly D? That was gonna be funny.
Where
if
does
that
the
was
Weekly
true.
World News fall on this chart? About
Oh.
7?
Christ. Probably.
Go see our old pal Bat Boy is up to.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Here's the funny thing about all of this. All of these channels are shills. They have
Wow.
they have sponsored content, and all of the stuff we've seen thus far is internalized stuff. It's politically biased. It's one-sided, and it's directed at higher-ups with Google. This is very, very questionable.
Yeah. We got Zio Gold in the chat. How's it going? Welcome to the chat, dude. He says, everyone knows that the Young Turks is fake news central. Yeah, it is. It really is. So here are some sample fringe queries, guys. These are the fringe queries. These are the things that Google is looking to mitigate. They're looking to kind of like steer your search into something completely different. So we start off with, did the Holocaust happen? Sandy Hook shooting is false flag. Vatican knows about aliens. Who shot JFK? Megalodon documentary, true or false? Proof Earth is flat. Dinosaurs didn't exist. Climate change hoax. Is global warming real? Pizzagate. Gee, I wonder why they'd want to silence Pizzagate. Obama running for third term. Bowling Green massacre. Jews secretly control the government. And 2 vaccines cause autism. Wow.
Well, see, that's a misnomer about the Jews, because that's the Brotherhood of Zion. That's the satanic Jews that claim Judaism, but it's really just a false front. It's very complicated, but interesting.
We got a bunch of new faces in the chat here. Welcome to the chat, guys. We got Excel Liberated. I've already moved to doing all my news research with DuckDuckGo. Yep, that's a great move to make. Cody Bollinger, Pizzagate. Yeah, Pizzagate. Why would
everybody always talks about the Sandy Hook shooting, right? And there's people suspect that it was faked. But my lieutenant, when I was in the fire department, was actually the only guy in the state who knew how to make the ID tags for a special scene like that. So he was actually there, so that happened.
Yeah. Sharadi's asking.
Really
yeah, no, there's no doubt in my mind it happened. Sharadi's asking, do mind flayers exist? Yes, and they work at Google. Zio Gold says, yeah, go ahead, Doku.
Yeah, Zio Gold, thank you for joining us. To the Stormfags, all Jews are satanic. I'm not going to comment on that one because we're already in hot water. I have a feeling we're in hot water as it is just covering this. We'll see how long Google keeps us around.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Zio.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell for when we go live for our Friday night or Saturday night drinking game.
You know what I love about people getting offended over religious stuff? None of your religions are right, so none of it matters. So have fun with that.
Or adversely, they're all right. Have fun fighting each other.
Yeah, you know, the
Let
guy
them
who I
fight.
think is closest to everything is actually the sleeping psychic Edgar Casey, because he believed in reincarnation after a visit to the Borderlands.
Yeah. So here's a fun little chart, ladies and gentlemen. They have hateful content, which gets put into the penalty box. And then other fringe topics, conspiracies, and fake news. So under hateful content that they ban outright, will the white race survive? Girl speaks about the danger in Germany due to rape, due to refugees. Never trust a non-Muslim. inspirational Hitler speech,
Wow.
hollow hoax, dissecting the Jew world order. Wow.
All this stuff is so complicated, and people who don't know like what's going on with all these different conspiracy theories, it is really dangerous because most of them are a bunch of misnomers for other things.
Yeah, no, they are. Taryn Moraine said he had to delete Discord from his phone. You can still, on your phone, you can still use the web browser to get onto Discord. Just when you put Discord into your phone, tell it to bring up the desktop version of the website. So other fringe topics that they kind of try and steer you away from, hashtag Pizzagate primary. These are all these are all articles that they're linking to, exposing the fraud of 9/11 in 22 minutes. The Earth is flat and you've been lied to. Vaccines,
That's
the truth
impossible.
behind vaccines. Yeah. No, it is impossible. Like,
Flat Earth is not a good theory.
no. If the Earth were flat, the amount of force that it would take to keep the world spinning, or to keep people on it rather, would shatter the fucking planet like a plate on the floor.
Yeah, and you'd have a completely different gravity if in the center of the planet than on the outskirts of the planet.
Oh yeah. Not to
It'd be very
mention,
tumultuous.
not to mention that a flat Earth represents a two-dimensional plane of existence.
Yeah, I know, right? Unless there's a whole bottom side to the coin, so there's a whole nother planet Earth. It's just a stupid ass theory with
Yeah.
nothing backing it up.
Jelly Duck says flat Earth is a joke theory. Yeah, no, it
It's
is.
gotta be. You know, I actually read this thing that said back in the Renaissance, people, the whole Earth is flat thing came from like a gag. Because they'd say regressive people, you know, you think
Yeah.
the Earth is flat.
Well, it started as a 4chan gag. Like they knew they were going. Like 4chan knew they were going to
Bringing
fuck
it
with
back.
people. Yeah. Zio Gold says, "Did you hear about the movie about leftists killing conservatives? Could the left be any more overt with their hate?" That was actually a conservative movie that was being published, and the reason why it got pulled was because it was a conservative movie. Fun stuff, right? These are the times we live in. We can't even have fucking entertainment. Sure, we can get fucking lefties making Bird Box and shit and turning that into a political statement against fucking conservatives, how all white men are fucking evil.
Yeah, you could have Clinton go to Epstein's Island 27 times, and that's okay.
Taryn Marine says the centrifugal force on a flat Earth would be insane. It would. It would be like a record. Like, have you ever put a marble on a record player? That's.
Yeah, it would probably hurt.
Oh, but that's what the ice wall is for. It's to prevent people from flying off. Yeah, sure. Everyone would just be fucking
my
stuck to
God.
the ice wall. You fucking
Back in the
idiot.
day at the carnival, they used to have this ride called the Rotor that they don't have anymore because it's killed people.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was like that space thing, except it's open air. It's just a little cup you get into and you go up against the wall and it spins.
Yeah.
So unless that's happening all over this magical ice wall that's somewhere, I think
It would be
called bullshit.
It would be like the Halo Ring Worlds, right?
And how
Like,
big is this thing? Are we talking like a Game of Thrones ice wall around the whole ridge of the planet?
yeah. Like
'Cause I
seriously,
think
like
somebody would have found it by now.
like when
I'm
you
sorry,
when
I really
you
shouldn't shit on people's theories.
no, you should. You really should. Like we're allowed to have theories and shit, but I think you should take them to task for those theories. Explain to me how this thing works. Like if we all lived on a flat earth, right? And it was spinning in space like a fucking frisbee like they say it is. But if it were spinning, you know, we'd all be like walking on an ice wall like the fucking Halo Ring Worlds, and like mountains and grass and trees and shit would be like constantly to one side of us. You know? How fucking trippy would that be? You know? Can you guys hear me at all? I don't Can you still hear me, Jesse? I don't think you can hear me. I don't think the guys in the chat can hear me anymore. Hang on, I'm going to disconnect from Discord. Alright, can you guys hear me? I cannot hear anyone in chat right now. I cannot hear anybody on the thing. Motherfucker. What's going on here? Alright, we're having some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to restart Discord. I will be right back if you can hear me. Holy shit, this is fun times. Fun times we're having today. I got no clue what's going on. Here I am talking to myself. Just feel like a fucking idiot. Alright. Can you guys hear me now?
All right.
Yeah, is it working now?
Okay, it's working.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I know the stream can hear me because OBS is piping my audio through. But Discord, I love Discord, but it has this really fucking dumb issue of disconnecting people at the most awkward times. Or like,
Well, it's Discord. What do you expect?
yeah. We're still live on YouTube, so awesome. Did I click the wrong OBS element? Yes, memes. I clicked the wrong OBS element that made everything shut off. Memes wants to know if we get energy swords if we're living on a Halo ring world. Sure, memes. You can have your energy sword.
Memes, are you still on about the flat Earth bullshit? God damn it, memes.
We moved past that, memes. Keep up. Matt is.
We're never gonna move past that. You know it.
I know. Pinoid, how's it going, man? Dodge is probably masturbating to old videos of when the Dodgers were in the World Series and still lost. So here's some more. Here's a trashy recap that they posted on a graph. Every day, top 250 videos in top 26 locales are rated by multiple human raters. Train classifier. Trashy filtering launched on home search, trending, and suggested. Minus 50% user complaints. So about half of the user complaints have dropped off. Well, the reason why half user complaints have dropped off is because people have stopped fucking complaining. Because they know it's not changing anything on your website.
Well, if I go into the trending area of YouTube per se, like, you know what's in there is a bunch of tranny dudes trying on makeup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's either frickin' what's his face?
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm sorry.
It's either
but,
that
like,
or CNBC.
what happens when, you know, a bunch of little kids are all over the world going on YouTube right now? That's the first fucking thing they see is this train wreck.
Oh yeah, they fucking they love Desmond and
There's a whole
you
bunch
know,
of them.
yeah, they love that type of stuff, despite how they claim they want a family-friendly content, and then they throw up I don't care if it's CNBC or Fox News. They loved mainstream media, but someone like Vincent James or Mark Dice or
How about
they
a
hate
video
those guys.
about how electricity works?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
This next
Generic shit.
This next slide is probably the worst one so far.
Oh boy.
This next one has a list of things that they're doing. So you have the training data is harvested. That data then gets put into algorithms to be programmed. Then the media is classified, filtered, and aggregated or generated against those algorithms, and people are programmed. And there's a big chart about how it goes back, like the people being programmed part goes back to the algorithms being programmed, which goes in turn back to the media being classified, and then that
Damn,
training
you can't
data
hear
is.
him just when he's making an interesting point.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Restart. Doku, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, have Jesse. Okay, Jesse restarted. Never mind. You back, Jesse?
Yeah, I had to drop off because like I lost your audio the second you were making.
Yeah.
a
See,
point,
see.
So
Discord. I love Discord, but they Discord. Please fix your shit, dude.
well, it wasn't made for this, so you know.
I know it. It's the best option we personally have because we're streaming to so many things right now. If we ever get bigger, then we'll probably invest in. Oh, okay. You know what? Let me walk that back a little bit. If we ever
Well,
get
how many
bigger,
subs you boys have?
like 80.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I got up
we're
past
tiny.
300, and like that was
Right.
at like a fucking plateau.
Right. We've been
Like, and it was
stuck at
hard for a
80
long time,
for.
now it's
We've been
starting to
stuck at 80 for a while now, but it's cool. I'm cool with it. But here are the two things that'll get me to use StreamYard. If YouTube bans us, or because we have DLive, we'll just say fuck it and go to DLive. If YouTube
Yeah.
bans us, if we get a lot more a lot more people to justify. There he goes, getting his audio fucked up again. Your audio is just fucking up.
Yeah, I just hopped in and out.
Yeah. I had to restart Discord completely. So.
Well, and
See, when you do that
speaking of
upgraded
DLive,
StreamYards, though, you could actually do DLive and a whole bunch of other ones.
Right.
There's like 13 of them you could do at
Right.
once or something. So that
you
makes
should
it worth it.
you should go join us on DLive anyways because we toss out free Lino tokens because we don't give a shit. And
I don't know how DLive works, man.
We're not saying you specifically, Jesse. He was talking to the audience.
I forget that we're not on a phone call. It got up to my ear, and I'm walking around the house.
But here's the interesting part about this whole chart that I was trying to explain, and Jesse kept getting his audio cut on him. So each system feeds into the next. So like you have the training data that gets reharvested when new media is classified, and then that goes into new algorithms being programmed. For people to be programmed, for new algorithms to be programmed, and new training data to be harvested, and it's just a fucking cycle.
Well, at a certain breaking point, there's going to be a break-even point where there's no more private information.
And in which case, the whole system collapses. There's no other choice for any more information to be gathered. The whole system collapses. So in the long run, they're doing themselves more harm than good. But we're making a better world, people.
well, a system like this, and yes, I do feel somewhat qualified to talk on this because I did take programming. I am an IT major. A system like this essentially does one thing very, very well. You can filter out unfavorable content you don't want on your platform through, as Google would say, machine learning.
Right.
And given enough time, people keep asking, why are videos from 3, 4, 5 years ago suddenly getting pulled or demonetized? Well, it's because the machine learning algorithms start to see enough content, enough comments left on the video, enough keywords, that they just slowly start getting pulled, and it gets filtered out of, in the case of Google or YouTube, the search results. So all of those undesirables, those deplorables, yeah, you can filter it out, and you don't have to hire somebody to do it.
Yeah.
That's
So-
what that means.
We got an interesting chat from Jump Little Doggy Jump Jump. Says Google, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube need to be raided, documents and computers seized, top management removed, and new management installed. They are overthrowing our government. I agree with that. The problem is don't you think like Google is in the back pockets? If this were going to happen, right? It should have happened a long time ago, but no one's doing anything because they're just in the back pockets. They're fucking deep into the fucking into the political system as it is. There's no
No, what it is they've found a way to position themselves to, and again, this is what people have been talking about, where they can act as both a platform and a publisher, and depending on the situation, they can utilize that status to their advantage.
Oh yeah.
What's interesting about this little info dump here is it shows them clearly acting in one manner and not the other. So we'll see how this plays out. But I have a feeling there's going to be some politicians and other people who are going to come to their defense because yeah, there's probably some super PACs that get some very generous donations.
Right.
We'll see how it plays out. But by the way, Google, you guys definitely exposed your bias here.
Right. So here's another slide. They've got a picture of President Trump and a quote from him going, but you have people coming in and not just saying Mexicans. I'm talking about people that are from all over that are killers and rapists, and they're coming into this country, which is exactly fucking true. And they're trying, everyone I know who is a fucking bottom-feeding fucking leftist person, and I'm not saying liberal-minded, I'm saying fucking leftist, and there is a difference.
The regressive left.
These bottom-feeding fucking regressive zombies want to spin this as to, well, he's calling all of these people from all of these different... No, he's pointing out specifically the people who are bad from these cultures. We have people who are bad in our cultures. We call them prisoners, okay? There's a reason they go to fucking prison.
Real quick, Jelly Duck, have a good one, dude. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, man. Oz, hey, how's it going? Oz is in the chat. Okay, it seems that there's it seems there's something going on here. Jump Little Doggy says DOJ subversion laws. Yeah. The problem is that Google is basically in a position of power where they pretty much control every little aspect of everything the government does, which is why we won't fucking pull these people out using government. We will pull them out by not using their services, by not giving them that time of day anymore. So continuing with this slide, type 1, explicit bias. G.
See, I think Google is safe until the Fed gets scared.
Yeah. Which I don't think will happen. They were so brazen enough. They were so brazen enough to lie to the face of Congress. There's no way in hell that they're not, going, ha, we lied and got away with it. There's no way they're not doing it.
Oh yeah, all these guys are smug as hell.
Yeah. Continuing says something, and in parentheses, I think we should take a stand on. Does it exist in our industry, see 4chan, but probably not the main problem for us within Google. Here is another thing, another slide. Is Google sexist, racist, etc.? Yes, the training data reflects systemic biases, or biases.
Yeah, against men.
Yeah. So there's like another slide here that I can't really make out. In each stage of the journey, the progress is tracked against these three areas: people, process, and the slide is the slide doesn't continue on. And all of the text is really, really blurry. I'll try and blow it up, but I got no hope that this is going to work. So nope. Yeah, that didn't work.
And yeah, Peanut, I hear you there on that one. What's so interesting but also terrifying about this is it shows the implicit bias and just how easy it is for an information company in our current era to manipulate how people view things. It used to be it's like it reminds me of War of the Worlds back when that had its radio broadcast and people thought there was a legit alien invasion. If you can control what people hear, what they listen to, what they believe, you can control the narrative. It doesn't matter if it's fact or fiction.
Yeah,
If
a
people
lot
believe
of
it to be fact, then congratulations, you win.
this is really hard to read. It's just really fucking blurry. And me being half blind doesn't fucking help.
But I mean, just the rhetoric, it not even what's explicitly being said, but the way it's being said
Yeah.
should be enough to be concerned about.
What's really interesting is I'm positive we don't even have to go through the rest of this shit, you know? Like, we already have a really good idea of the shit they're doing, just based on what we were able to make out on those slides alone.
Well, it's like the prime example. I'll just use a personal example. When I was telling my dad who Mark Dice was, whom my dad is more conservative than I am, but the second he pulls up Mark Dice on a Google search, it says, "Oh, conspiracy theorist." Never heard of the guy, never watched a single one of his videos, immediately discounted him. It's like, nope, must be a conspiracy theorist. Like, okay, here's three of his most recent videos. It's like, well, shit, he's actually right. Like, no shit, he's right. It's because Google, big tech, and mainstream media and those that control the flow of information brand him as a conspiracy theorist. Suddenly, he's discredited. The same way they would discredit us by pointing any of this out, even though we can show you, until YouTube actually decides to kill our channel, we can show you all of the evidence, all of the data.
So,
Most people who work 9 to 5 and still trust the mainstream media, their worldview is so fucking fragile that
uh,
if you sit there and show them something,
I
That
just
can't
got.
be true.
they won't accept it because
Hang on, Doku, hang on. I just got a request from Jump Little Doggy Jump. He says can't read what you're showing. Put it up somewhere and post a link. It's already been put up by Project Veritas. I have left a link in the stream chat. I will put a link in the stream chat again in about another 5 minutes, just so it doesn't get lost. So be sure to check out that link from Project Veritas to get all of that information. I apologize, Doku, for running you over there, but
no, dude, it's fine.
it needed to be said. Herpicus is in the chat with a very interesting rumor here. And this is just rumor. Take it as rumor. We're not giving this as the gospel truth. I thought it was interesting. And then we've got another interesting chat from Pinoid. Pinoid says, "I'm fucking terrified. You see what they did to my channel?" Yeah, no, we see like they have this very specific thing that they want to do. Herpicus says the rumor mill from some of my quote unquote old friends is that Google gives your docs to groups like Antifa. Make sure you've got some ammo.
Oh, and again, this is the interesting thing about social media. And this is why mainstream media hates social media, but also why they're in bed with them. When you have groups of people who work 9 to 5, they're used to listening to the radio or listening to Fox News or CNN. If you try to point out that, hey, look, your worldview actually might not be what you think it is, one of two
Right.
things happens. You know, either A, they completely reject it, label you as a conspiracy theorist, and just shut the fuck off and don't listen to a damn thing you say, or they actually listen. The ones that they're afraid of are the ones that actually might listen and start reevaluating the
Oh, of
information
course.
they've been force-fed.
They don't want anybody to have enlightenment. They want people who are just slightly capable of running the machine.
Well, yeah, because it breaks down the narrative. Like, for example,
What's that?
just the gun violence narrative. If you start pointing out, hey, guess what? Most gun violence is committed using handguns, and most of it is committed in states that have very heavy gun control laws, and mostly black on black crime. The
Well, you
second you
know what?
point that
Hey,
out,
Pistols
or
weren't
Doku,
can
made
you're.
for
statistically
hunting.
prove it, they
Hang
forget.
on, guys, hang on. Doku, you're starting a robot.
Hmm.
Uh,
Pistols were not made for hunting.
no, they
That's what
weren't.
that boils down to. A pistol was made to kill a man.
Well, yeah,
Even in Wisconsin, one of the most gun liberal states in the union, right? Even here, people go bow hunting.
Oh yeah.
Like bow hunting, yeah, people have rifles to hunt, but people go bow hunting. That's just the thing. I think Jesse had to restart. Having a restart there again, Jesse?
all right, am I still good?
Yeah, you're good.
Good.
Okay, but yeah, no, that's the thing. If you point out the fact that most gun crime is committed using a handgun, which the majority of which are semi-automatic. I don't know many people running around with flintlocks. But it's mostly in cities and states that have heavy gun control laws. Most of those weapons are illegal to begin with, considering the people using them, and it's mostly black on black or gang violence. It, but you'll never hear that. But oh, the evil assault style weapon. It, the second you start challenging that narrative, well, guess who controls the narrative? It's the mainstream media, and if it's not, it's social media groups like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, aka Google.
Yeah. I'm
So
trying
you
to.
you start seeing information like this come out, and you realize like, yeah, the narrative is being controlled, and it's being controlled for a very, very specific political purpose. It's no different than Fox News or CNN or MSNBC was back in the 80s and the 90s. It's there to make people believe a very specific thing and believe a very specific narrative. And if you break out of that narrative, it's the same thing you see in any society. Like go to a college campus. Let's look at UCal Berkeley. Break out of UCal Berkeley's narrative and don't act like a hardcore liberal progressive, what's going to happen? You're going to
Yeah.
be publicly ostracized. Your friends are going to leave you. You won't find a fucking girlfriend. They'll sit there and joke and call you incel or this or that. They'll flat out try to attack you. They'll ostracize you. They'll try to dox you. They'll put your shit up on Facebook or Twitter or whatever other thing they could possibly do to get you to shut the hell up. And if that doesn't work, well, you can always look to your techno overlords to shut you down. That's what this all boils down to. It's control of information.
You know what you do in
Google-
that situation? You ask them, "Have you met Jumbo?"
Yeah, somehow I feel like Cuomo would review that as a racial slur.
No, that was Lyndon Johnson. He used to show people his penis when they disagreed with him.
Pinoid.
Oh yeah, they try to.
That was
It's a common tactic. They try to publicly shame you. It's nothing new. It's just they've
Pinoid's got a
sharpened
good
the
point.
sword, so to speak.
Pinoid's got a good point. He says voting out of fear is the issue. It definitely is. Mr. LMO002, I just saw the
You know
video.
what? That's so
I'm guessing-
so spineless, man. Because you're
Can
in a
Jesse
voting
not hear
booth
me?
by yourself.
Can-
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, dude. I was just going to another chat right away. Sorry. He says, Mr. LM002, I just saw the video. I'm guessing Google is counting on Congress's incompetence to keep them safe. Like I said earlier, I honestly think they're in the back pocket of Congress, and no amount of whatever we do is going to keep them out. So I have some more stuff here, guys. I was able to download the entire zip file. So, I am just going to zoom in as much as possible just so I can read this. So, Reported.
that's a lot of info.
Yeah. Reported issue assigned to Tiberius at google.com. Gee, Tiberius. Tiberius, Jesse. Tiberius. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yeah, Tiberius was an emperor of Rome. He actually was the one who didn't he actually raise what was the guy everybody hated? Caligula.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was basically a torturer in his own right. He had his own island. It was very, very, very evil.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not pointing fingers here, so don't take it as that. But Tiberius Kirk isn't that the Amazing Atheist?
No.
Because I remember.
No.
I remember. Well, I remember back when Leafy is Here was still a thing on YouTube. I remember some internal memo about them wanting to get rid of Tiberius Kirk, Amazing Atheist, Leafy is Here, and a few other people. And I believe Philly D and a few others weighed in on that.
Yeah. I gotta get the chat up here. But I hope you guys can see this clearly. I tried to get it up as large as possible. Pinoid says, Zeo Gold, I'll do what I want. I give more money to this channel than anyone else. If there's a super chat to Mad's channel, I haven't seen it. I apologize. I should probably bring that up.
Yeah. I'm probably
bring this
not
up.
doing my job.
Yeah, let me bring this up because I want to make sure that super chats are getting read if they are here. I don't see any yet. I don't know how the super chat things works.
I don't see anything, but I'll keep an eye on Mad Dodges.
You just go super chat and you read it.
Here you go. Okay, yeah, okay, since I opened it up, I don't see it. Let me pop this out just so I can not have.
Go on a laptop.
If you want.
Make your life a little easier.
Yeah, if you want. Let's see. I have the chat window open now, so if I see a super chat, I can read it. I apologize. So I'm not gonna read all of these documents or all of these emails. Pinoid.
Damn.
How much to get mad to ban Sharadi and grow a pair? $20 super chat. On behalf of Dodge, I will thank you for him. The words kafifi and cov fefe, normalized for things like capitalization, will translate to the I don't know emoticon type deal. Meme says Gorilla Bucks. ML or Mr. LM002 says F Super Chat, Streamlabs is the way to go. Fully support the creators. About 30% of your Super Chat donation goes to Google, aka Skynet.
Yeah, or you could just hit up their PayPal.
Yeah.
Which is good. That takes like nothing from you.
Yeah. We should set one of those up one of these days and then leave a link below.
Oh, it's super easy.
Yeah. No, I know. We should do it one of these days. I was holding off until our channel got bigger though. So
Yeah, ironically enough, we're actually not shameless shills, and we just sit here and waste our time for the entertainment of
Yeah, what do you do
everybody
what do you do about things like eBay or shopping online?
Oh no, I have PayPal. I'm just saying I have to set something up so that people can donate if they want to. I just don't feel like we're big enough for people to start donating to, and it'd be like wrong of me, or I would feel wrong being like, "Hey, we've only got like 10 subscribers, but come give us money anyway," you know?
People do what they feel like.
Pinoid says he wants to donate.
Assholes, but we're still humble.
Yeah. Pinoid says he wants to donate to Doku.
Oh.
That's cool.
Well, fuck, one of these... Well, I guess I'll have to set up a fucking PayPal now as You know what? Give me work.
McDuff and Julie, I discovered that it's hard to wrap the Easter egg in a Mendel flag without substantial refactoring. Still looking, but this could be a launch blocker. We don't have time to refactor today, and without Mendel, rolling back would take hours of engineering work on a weekend. Oh, they're complaining about working on a weekend. Hey, look, they're regular guys just like us, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're gonna set up a Steam lab or Streamlabs. I have a Streamlabs. I just need to like get it out there. Streamlabs.com/Frank Shandor. Let's see. The string, the Kafifi gets written to an Arabic, the auto detect language, and then to give the characters for what it is. So this is the variant we'd have to support. I will send out the CL that adds the Easter egg shortly. It does not have Mendel support. It would just have to be a 100% launch to production. The funniest joke in the world, Easter egg, wasn't controlled by Mendel. I will happily push this channel if it's approved, but I make no guarantees about being available for it during the weekend. So,
And also in the chat, Ain't Jack, thank you for showing up. Hello.
How's it going, man?
Welcome to the shit show.
How's it going? And I want to apologize to Mad Dodge's channel once again because we're just hijacking the whole day. We're just gonna keep going as long as we have fighting us today.
Oh no! Don't get him view hours, whatever you do.
Oh no.
You got to admit, this is a juicy info dump.
Yeah, Ain't Jack. Gotta love those who complain about working weekends, but got no trouble making others work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. I know, right? Fucking hypocrites.
Bastards.
I'm not gonna read all these replies. There's a link which I have to throw into the chat again, but there is a link to the Google document dump. I'm just gonna keep spamming this every so often in the chat so you guys can keep up. Because holy shit, this is a long email exchange. Holy shit.
AKA evidence.
Yeah.
Damn.
The more people who have this in their hands, the better.
Yeah, this is what you call Exhibit A.
Yeah.
Oh, and just going through and looking at some of the stuff.
Wow, Penoid is just, he's got a, okay. I'm just going to leave that alone in the chat. I'll let you deal with that, Doku.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for that. But, no, I'm looking at some of this info dump. There's no way Google can claim that this is not internal and...
There's no way that they can... okay, there is no way they can claim that... what the fuck is this? It's a link to a New York Times. No, Kafifi was not Trump speaking Arabic. What the fuck? Is this an actual article? What?
So this is just confirmation. They know they're pushing fucking fake news. They know what they're doing. There's no way you could go before Congress or anybody with two shits for and claim, no, we're just reporting the news. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're doing the exact same shit we've been calling you out for fucking years. You're intentionally stoking division because not only does it get you clicks and make you money, it also allows you to push a political bias and it keeps a stranglehold on the people that you have inside of your little information conglomerate, inside of Google, inside of Facebook, inside of Twitter. The same kind of shit that happened when one person saw something and decided to write a memo and suddenly you attack them. Bullshit. Oh my god. It cut me off now. Okay, just go. Shoot. Run.
No, just real quick.
That was good. You got the fire.
Yeah, he does. Real quick, Terran Marine says is asking for a wrench so he can drop a friend request link. I unfortunately this is on Dodge's channel that you're watching this on, Terran Marine. So I can't give you a wrench without Mad Dodge's approval. I would like to, but I can't without his approval. But Dodge is
Terra Marine, go over to the Exiled Opinions channel on YouTube.
yeah, and then Doku will give you a wrench from there. We should probably post a link to that.
Might be a good idea.
Oh, Mad Dodge is here. Unless that was you, Doku. Was that you?
That was not me.
Did you type in there?
No, that was not me. I have.
Oh, okay. Then Dodge has
So they probably
given.
already did it.
Yep, Dodge has given Terran Marine a link. Oh, Pinoid is salty in the chat. He says you got to grow a vagina, Terran, to get then you get one. He is just throwing shade at Dodge. Adam is a friend on YouTube. Oh, wait, nope. I cannot do that. I'll have to add you when I get back onto my account. So, like, what's really interesting about these PDFs is that there are code snippets for their algorithm, and I can't wait to see what people do with these code snippets.
Oh, dude, fucking, they're gonna lose their shit over this because they've, just like Amazon, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, all of these fucking tech companies have been trying to keep these algorithms hidden for so long, and it's like, well, now we finally see what you have programmed into your algorithms. You're telling me you haven't been programming things to manipulate search results? Bullshit, you haven't. Everybody. Mr. Obvious, just yesterday, YouTube completely demonetized his channel over some bullshit.
Yeah.
The same way they've been fucking with Pinoid, the same way they've been fucking with everyone. Vincent James, all this shit. And they're saying, oh, it's just the algorithm. Your bias is already programmed to the fucking algorithm, you lying sacks of shit.
Yeah. And then when they talk about, well, our AI is going to be not at all bias. No, it will be.
The bias is programmed into it explicitly.
Yeah. I think Jesse dropped out. Take a look through the chat here. He says it's lagging too much. I am sorry, I'm going to butcher this name. Maitre is here. Today is a tipping point for Alphabet. It definitely is. Welcome to the chat. It's good to have you. Ain't Jack, do no evil, ...
Oh, they got rid of that algorithm, so you can't hold them to that standard anymore. Not that anybody was.
Can we get a Kafifi spammed in the chat, please? Just just for the fucking lols.
Why the hell not?
Oh man. Mr. Obvious got banned. Well, that sucks. Yeah, that does.
No, he didn't get banned. He got his entire channel demonetized though over over nothing, really. The hacker 4chan has posted something and he covered it and you didn't like it because Mr. Obvious is not a mainstream media source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This whole timeline makes me sad. It makes me sad in my heart.
Oh, it's Orwellian as all hell. It's not like we haven't known about this or haven't been talking about it for fuck knows how long.
Since day one, like literal, our first video upload was us fucking dunking on YouTube for this.
Yeah, and what happened? What happened when we dropped that very first fucking video before Mad Dodge ever even let us stream to his channel too? What did we do? We shit on YouTube, called them out for their two-faced hypocritical bullshit, and it took a whopping, what, 3 hours before YouTube brought down the fucking hammer on us, and we also got banned from Tumblr. That only took, what, a week?
I'm gonna conduct an experiment, and then I'm going to repeat that same experiment before I bring this up.
Oh, I'm waiting. Honestly, I've been waiting for something like this for a long time because
Oh,
YouTube has been
wow.
lying through their fucking teeth.
Oh, wow. Okay, you guys ready for this one? You guys ready
Oh,
for
boy.
this one? We're number one on the Google search right now, at least on my computer.
Are you serious?
Yeah, go ahead, look.
Oh, shit. Hey, look at that.
But I'm going to bring up the Brave browser because it like does things. Hey, number one there. I wish I had an Onion router right now.
Oh, and real quick, the Onion router. Yeah, that thing's garbage
All right.
now. Ever
Let's
since it got
look on
compromised.
Bing. Hey, we're number one on Bing.
But I'm going to butcher the ever-living hell out of your name, so I apologize in advance.
We got Rhetorical Entertainment in the chat. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the chat.
Well, Medirashi, look where Tumblr is now. Yeah, in the fucking toilet.
Then weren't
Flushed.
they bought like for 3 billion and then sold for like 1 million?
They lost like 98% of their total value. People say 99, but no. If you look at asset value, Verizon somehow, by a miracle, managed to retain 3% at best.
Yeah.
Either way, they're screwed.
So back to the topic on hand. Like this is not we shouldn't be allowing this shit to be gotten away with. And I seem to have fucked OBS somehow because now our avatars aren't showing up. What the fuck?
And
Oh, there he goes. There you go. You showed up, but I don't.
oh, well, that's fun.
The fuck Discord. Fuck you, Discord. Oh my god. I want to die. Can I die yet? Can I just fucking crawl into a lava fucking pit and just go to sleep?
You're not allowed to die until I see the smoldering ashes that is Alphabet Inc. fucking finally poof.
Oh god. Alright, someone needs to work on immortality then. Fucking upload my consciousness to a fucking robot body.
I want to see it like the most recent fucking episode of Fire Force. I want to grab Alphabet's Inc. tits before I watch it burst into flames and blow away in the wind like the garbage it is.
Terran Marine, gee, one little libertarian MGTOW with no money helped. Ouch. Ouch.
Kind of savage. The savage take right there.
Oh man.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink for the savagery.
Oh, not me. I'm going to the gym later. No alcohol for me today.
Yeah, pussy.
Not a pussy. I'm just trying to lose weight.
Oh wait,
man.
am I allowed to say that now?
Sorry, no, that's... Oh, God, there's hiring practices. Like, I'm going through these folders that the don't be evil.zip has in it, and it's just
okay.
so much shit.
If there's anything we need to touch on, it's the hiring practice. This is what I'm really curious about.
Driving transformational change. Let's take a look at this one. Oh my.
Oh, good.
The challenge. Since Google first published diversity stats in 2014, we've seen persistent and significant gaps in representation and experience for underrepresented groups called ERGs. Women at L7 plus, Black plus, and Hispanic Latin X at L4 plus. Can't stop. Just stop with this shit, okay? Just stop. You're making my brain hurt. We also know that people of different backgrounds, socioeconomic, differently abled, differently fucking disabled, fucking retards, various sexual orientations or gender identities, cultural minorities, etc., are more likely to experience these types of gaps as well. Our goal to close these representation and experience gaps remains the same, but our approach needs to change. To tackle systemic challenges, we must make systemic changes.
Oh, let's see how they propose to make those. Let's see if.
First off, there is a reason that people choose to do the things they choose to do. Okay? There's a reason for that. Let me just move Discord back over here. Terran Marine says wussy is still allowed, maybe?
At this point, your guess is as good as mine.
Mitra is here, says the MISC folder talks about the American inventors query showing African American inventor results. We're going to have to get onto that next. We'll have to get onto that next. Oh, okay. Zeogold says Tumblr was bought by Verizon for $3 billion and sold for $3 million.
Oh, wow. So yeah, they lost 90% of the value.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's
an ouch. That's a big
I
ouch.
love this acknowledgement here in this next paragraph. As one of the most powerful corporations in the world, Google has resources and the calling to create systemic change with measurable impact in this space. GMS has the opportunity to pioneer transformational change at Google using the best research available, combined with our unique expertise in programmatic innovation. Our vision.
And also, real quick, Flappy Nuts. Hello, thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you
Welcome
for
to the
joining.
chat, dude.
That's an interesting way of wording it, don't you think?
Yeah, controlled leak. That's definitely interesting.
Well, and also just this document, real quick, pointed something out that I scratched my head about. We can control this space. Would you say that Google is openly admitting that they gatekeep?
Oh yeah.
Because that's what it sounds like.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely what they're doing. So their vision is we want everyone and every business to succeed. Not when
Except
you're
we've already seen proof that that's a lie because you want to
you want them
well,
to
as
succeed as long as they share your belief that only certain opinions should be tolerated. And I believe every opinion should be tolerated if we're going to live in the inclusive culture that they are so fervent about. Our mission.
as long as we like your opinion, which at the beginning of the stream, for those of you just joining us, Google already flat out admitted that if they don't like your opinion, well, they'll attack your ability to have AdSense revenue, which means no.
Yeah, which
No,
means
they
we
don't.
will never, ever get AdSense. We will never, it'll never happen. Let's see, our mission, ensure everyone in GMS benefits from working on a diverse team with an inclusive culture.
That
Yeah. So here's a chart. They have hiring, retaining, and progressing, and then culture. And then they have inclusive managers, which binds it all together. Our strategy, our biggest areas of opportunity in GMS are to action best practices across critical talent processes, ensuring diversity and equity, hiring, retaining, and progressing, perf, promo, calibration, foster a more inclusive culture, and empower managers to lead diverse teams inclusively. I love how they keep using this word inclusive. We should just turn this into a drinking game. Right here, right now, impromptu drinking game. Every time you see the word diverse or inclusive, take a shot of water, because if you don't, you'll be dead before the end of this fucking document.
Well, and
Flappy
just
nuts.
like that, It's nice knowing everyone. I'm going to be dead within the hour.
Exactly. Flappy Nut says we can't rely on anyone. If anything, reviewing this sort of stuff is counterproductive. We need to develop decentralized technologies, such as what Zeitgeist Eater is doing with MGTOW Mirror Project. No, we do need to create decentralized things. That's why DLive is going to be great because it's decentralized. It's on blockchain. It's there's nowhere to go but up from with that. Terran Marine says, damn straight, every asshole is entitled to dispute their particular asshole opinion. And that's why we exist. Zeogold says, translation, we want equal outcomes. Yeah, they want equality of outcome, which means everyone is fucking mediocre. No one can be good at everything.
I want to address rhetorical entertainment. Yes, we did know this. We knew this, and we've been spouting this for a long, long time. But this is the icing on the cake. Google can no longer deny what we have been preaching, calling them out for their bullshit for fucking years. They can't hide behind the veil of, well, no, it's just a rogue element within the corporation. No, this is your corporate environment.
Yeah.
One you've been facilitating for fucking
This is your corporate
years,
culture.
if not decade. So, hey Google, you see this? This is my big smiling shit-eating grin with a middle finger up my nose because lie to me some more, please.
Yeah. But to help support our channel, guys, help us grow, join us on dlive.tv/xoutopinions or head on over to YouTube and look us up, Xout Opinions on YouTube. Help us out that way. Thanks, you guys. But continuing on this little path here, measuring and reporting on the...
Real quick, Shandor, before you do that. Justin S. just joined. How many docs have you looked through so far? From what folders?
We looked at a few from we looked at a few from different folders. Right now we're looking at the GMS DNI manifesto. We looked at some of the censorship stuff and some of the election tampering stuff. So we're just kind of like
Sharadi says, "Lie to me, Daddy. Lie to me hard."
Lie to her hard. Alright, you are adorable and everyone wants to hug and fuck you.
Now I'm just scared. Let's continue going through this absolute glorious shit show that is Google putting their foot in their mouth.
So, measuring and reporting on the progress of our work regularly will create accountability and allow us to course correct as necessary each quarter in order to meet longer-term representation and culture goals, except when they did an internal study about, what, like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, they found out that they weren't as diverse, and they kept women down and minorities down. So all the diversity that they wanted to enact is simply at the lower echelons.
And then fired the person that actually brought that up.
Yeah.
Because, that's how inclusion works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shradi says, Shander, you and I are both married. Yeah. You asked me to lie to you, though.
Lie harder, Daddy. Moving on.
This document is meant to provide context and guidance, internal only. Do not distribute outside of Google.
Oh, let's read it.
GMS diversity and inclusion principles. We need an inclusive culture to attract and retain diverse talent. Diversity and inclusion go hand in hand. Diverse teams are higher performing teams. And there's a link. I want to see. I want to click this link. It's a Gallup poll. Fucking Gallup. Using Gallup as your single fucking source, especially those with inclusive skills.
Oh, the business benefits of gender diversity. Oh goodness. goodness. Let's.
Diversity and inclusion. Okay, we already read that part. They can break traditional patterns of inequity, improve the experience for many individuals, and ultimately reduce attrition by ensuring everyone can be their best. Further citation is needed, please. Let's see what this inclusive skill is. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You need permission.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to poke that bear. I am not going to poke that bear.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. As much as I want you to, probably not a good idea.
Justin, you're on a list now. Oh yeah, we've been on their shit list for a while now. I think this is going to be the icing on the cake. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is the way we work. That's just highlighted. It's not linked or anything. How we approach people, processes, and customers. Yeah, you approach people by calling them fucking bigots if they don't agree with you. GMS is a customer success engine with 10 straight quarters of greater than 20% growth. What? Can someone fact check that for me, please? Thanks to a combination of top talent utilizing programmatic innovation, we will leverage these strengths to apply systemic solutions to systemic D&I challenges. Diversity and inclusion, by the way. That's what that D&I is, diversity and inclusion.
You know, I can break that one down real quick for you if you really want to know what it means. As long as we can manipulate the corporate environment and also our search results, we can pretty much do whatever the fuck we want and claim there's a growth.
Here's a couple of great chats here. Meme says, I like bears, even if they're godless killing machines. Ain't Jack says, so does not matter anymore, go poke the bear. See, the thing is we'd have to request access, and access wouldn't be granted to us. But he's asking us to poke the bear, so you will receive your request for access has been sent. You will receive an email if and when your access is approved. Okay. Our biggest areas of opportunity in GMS are to raise the standard of practice across critical talent processes, ensuring diversity and equity. Everyone contributes to creating change and fostering an inclusive culture. Diversity and inclusion is often championed by those most disadvantaged, women and people from underrepresented groups. This leaves out those most needed to create transformational change, the majority. What?
Transformational change, the majority. There wouldn't seem to be a need for transformational change if that was
the
majority.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
When we exclude white men, the majority is everyone else. Bye, Sharati. Y'all don't come back now, you hear?
Sure. And this whole little what could we even call this? What should we term this?
Pandering document?
No, that's not even.
It's a manifesto. They've even called it as such. It's in the title of the document.
Oh, there we go. That's perfect. This is the Google Manifesto.
It's the GMS. This is the title of the document. 2018 GMS D&I Manifesto. Driving transformational change. Internal only.pdf.
So this is the Alphabet Inc. internalized manifesto.
Yeah. Ain't Jack raises a very
It's very
valid
diverse.
point. Ain't Jack raises a very valid point. Globally, whites are a minority, though. Yeah, white people make up about 25 to 30% of the global population, with like 60% being like black and brown people, and like another 20-30% being Asian people.
which is also not accurate when it comes to the population of the United States.
Yeah.
No, not. Now, granted, I'm not going to give Google shit for this one because I believe in a meritocracy. But if Google wants to sit here and virtue signal saying, we're so diverse, no, no, you're not.
Oh, they've got a definition for diversity and inclusion coming up, but I want to read the rest of this, though. Great leadership requires strong inclusion skills. Our managers are the gatekeepers to Google's culture. Processes, 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 and Google's experiences. We will empower our managers, helping them become the leaders of the future, adept at unleashing the best from both rapidly diversifying workforces and global marketplaces. D&I is a global issue. Be inclusive of global and regional challenges. God, is anyone still alive yet?
Ugh.
Zeo Gold says call it Project SJW.
Just the language used in these documents makes me want to find a brick wall
And just,
and crack my skull open.
yeah. Ain't Jack, why do they want to oppress a minority group? Well, because in the 1920s, Hitler started rising to power.
And demonetized.
Matria is here, says manifesto is code for biased document. No, it definitely is. So we're ready to see what their definition of diversity and inclusion are. Diversity is the full range of human differences and similarities. Collectively, our unique attributes make a group diverse. Race.
Bullshit. Calling bullshit. Nope. That is bullshit. Nah, do you remember that one Apple employee who got fired for saying
they're even admitting it's bullshit the next one, but let me finish. Race, ethnicity, age, beliefs, gender identity, sexual orientation, physical abilities, introversion, socioeconomic status, neurodiversity, experiences.
Wait, hold on, pause. Neurodiversity.
Yep.
That drink. If you're drinking, cheers. If not, you owe me one. 'Cause damn, that's a drink.
Taryn
Oh,
Marine.
Lord.
Taryn Marine, may I use that wall when you're done with it? We can all go at the same time. We create inclusion. Inclusion is leveraging the diversity of backgrounds and perspectives of Googlers to strengthen our culture, create better products, and grow our business. Acceptance, respect, fairness, shared values, belonging, psychological safety, recognizing similarities, honoring differences. No, there is no respect. If someone has a fucking idea that is different than yours.
Wait, hold on. I gotta pause you. I just gotta make sure that what you told me was not that I. Shared values, belonging, psychological safety, recognizing similarities, while also honoring difference.
Yeah. So rhetorical entertainment
boy.
has a point to make. This is a very cool, very good point. He says it's social justice speak for the tism and tardation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't Jack? Inclusive bosses and leaders are the worst bosses and leaders. Not wrong either. Because their job isn't to make sure the job is getting done. Their job is to fucking babysit and make sure that everyone is playing fair with the other kids. Oh man, I am physically drained. I am physically fucking drained. There's a thing called coffee beans. Coffee beans, or what does diversity hiring mean anyway?
I just find those last two sentences on that one to be mind-boggling because essentially what they have said is I acknowledge and respect the fact that you're different from me, but I also reserve the right to disagree with you because you're different than me. Like, you literally just said nothing without saying anything. It's like the YouTube or Twitter and Facebook terms of service. As long as I like what you have to say, then I like you. But if I don't, then I don't. It's the most double-edged, two-faced bullshit. And it's done in a way of corporate bullshit terms of service speak. Like, oh boy. I'm just gonna bite my tongue.
Take a deep breath, Doku,
take a
because
It's gonna take a sip of beer. Just
my throat is getting extremely sore from all of this, even with the water. I'm doing way too much talking today.
yeah, this is a painful one, isn't it?
Yeah, I am physically pained from doing this stream. Matrio says, looks good on paper, all that matters to them. Ain't Jack, you don't have to tolerate what you are not offended by, agree with, or could not be bothered to care about. No, you shouldn't have to. I agree with you completely. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Tolerate means you have to put up with it. I will put up with someone being a nuisance only so long until I fucking hit them in the teeth because they're being too fucking annoying. Autistic
Honestly,
people.
the only thing frustrating here is not the difference of opinion. It's the double standard and the application of. Can we even call this a terms of service?
We could. Zio Gold says autistic people have more sense than the people who wrote this manifesto. A rock has more sense than the people who wrote this manifesto. But I'm going to continue on with this last one because my throat is getting really sore, which means it's going to be time to call it a day. But again, I'm going to leave the link in the chat for you guys as soon as I bring it back up here. Fuck. I'm going to have to dig it up again. Give me a minute. But I'm going to leave a link to the Google stuff.
How far did we actually get through?
We've only gone through a few documents. There's a shit ton of documents. But I need to share it with everyone once again.
Yeah, if you guys haven't, go join us on the Discord server. Chandra, I'm leaving this one to you because I can't be bothered to do this at the moment. Go join us on our Discord server, Exiled Opinions, and if you want to read through this gigantic shit show of an info dump, please do, because this is this is something.
Yeah, I'm going to put that link into the chat one more time. I just put out the Discord link if you want to join us on our Discord. Man,
can you imagine what the fallout from this? If something comes of this.
Oh, I know they're doing damage control. They silenced Veritas for putting out that last video talking about the Google corruption. I'm going to try this one more time here.
But, we already have elements in the government that are looking into, the bias that we've all
Crenshaw
been
grilled the
about.
fuck out of him. It's like, here's my big problem. Here's my big problem with this whole Google ordeal. Is they knowingly sent people who had no fucking idea what the programming team was up to. They knowingly did it.
This reminds me, relevant but slightly off topic. This is like the same thing that happened the other day with that anime Fire Force, where someone from Cartoon Network was like, "We don't censor anything. That's our ethics department." But it's like, no, dude, Funimation is the one posting your shit, and that wasn't edited. The only people that edited it was Toonami, and you're claiming you didn't? Bullshit. It's the same type of shit. Like, well, we didn't know that our uh, coding or ethics department was doing anything, but no, yes, you did. There's someone, there's someone in the company that knows what the fuck you're doing. You're just using it to cover your ass. At least Toonami wasn't called to Congress to testify. You guys flat out fucking were, and you lied.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be very interesting. This is gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, Matrius said seems lying has worked for them pretty well. Um,
Yeah, it's worked for them up until now, but
yeah.
hey Google, you can try to keep this information out of the hands of the public, but
Oh,
guess
this
what? It's public now. You can deny it all you want.
this coffee beans analogy is fucking bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into this because I
Oh boy, this
really
is
need
gonna
to
be fun.
I really need to fuck this one up. All right, I just really need to fucking drill a hole in it like a melon and throw it in the microwave. Imagine a world where there are two kinds of coffee beans that grow naturally. They are the orange beans and the teal beans. Over time, people have done extensive studies and discovered that the best coffee is made when you mix these beans and when all of them are grade A beans. Further, a certain set of coffee aficionados will spend big money on the quote unquote best coffee, so there are huge incentives to produce this best coffee. Here are the facts about the coffee beans that are important. 90% of the coffee beans are growing in the wild are orange. 10% of the coffee beans growing in the wild are teal. 50% of the coffee beans, both orange and teal of all grades, are growing along roads where they are easily accessible. 50% of the beans, both orange and teal of all grades, are more difficult to find, and effort must be spent looking for them. 1% of orange beans are a grade A, and 1% of teal beans are grade A. The market for the best coffee could easily expand to use all of the grade A teal beans. A quick, cheap evaluation process can be used to identify grade A beans. It incorrectly identifies 20% of grade A beans as a lower grade, and they end up being used for less premium coffees. A slower, more expensive process can also be used to identify grade A beans. It incorrectly identifies only 2% of grade A beans as lower grade. But you're still going to have more grade A orange beans than fucking grade A teal beans because there's more grade A orange beans than fucking teal beans.
I'm I'm doing my best.
Given the facts, what would you do to make the most best coffee? Would you pick as many easily accessible orange beans as you could? Yes, because that would be the easiest method. And would you use the quick, cheap evaluation process for them? Yes, because it's cheaper. Would you spend more time looking for the teal beans and would you spend more time evaluating them? No, I wouldn't because it would take too fucking long. I wouldn't be able to make a profit on a fucking bean if I'm looking at this from purely an economic standpoint. So go fuck yourself with this fucked up, stupid fucking Doku.
Yeah, this analogy is one of the dumbest things, especially coming from a tech company. Most importantly, coming from a tech company who got their bread and butter being a search and a social media platform. This is stupid. It, not only does this analogy not make sense, it's not relevant and it's not applicable. Hey Google, Alphabet, YouTube, let me whack your head out of the trees here real quick. If you wanted this analogy to make sense, well, here's the truth. You don't grow frickin' coffee beans. And
Or
if you
here's the
were
cheaper.
growing coffee beans, you don't know the quality of the bean, you don't know the crop, you don't know the climate, you don't know the environment, you don't know the buyer, you don't know the seller, you don't know the blender, you don't know jack shit. It's a stupid analogy, and it's one that only serves to, what's the word I'm looking for? Reaffirm your own internalized BS bias to think that you're quote quote not being evil. No, the only thing you're fucking doing is you're trying to reaffirm the things you're doing that you know are wrong. You know it's wrong. You're looking for a way to justify it. It's bullshit, and you know it. If you really wanted the best beans, you would let the market decide that. Because if the best coffee beans were going to be floating out there, well, it'll be the buyer that determines the bean.
Yeah,
The ones that
not
actually
the
blend
company.
them.
It's not the company. It's this. This not only provides the whoever wrote this up. It not only provides an insight into their brain, but it also shows us they don't fucking know how economics works. Ain't Jack says depends on cost and how much I can sell the different beans for. I would go with one that nets me the most profit for the least amount of effort.
Yeah, you would have the crop for that year, how much that crop yielded, where that crop came from, where it was blended, who's willing to buy it. There's so many factors that go into this, not just you deciding what the best bean is and what the best bean isn't. And like you said, that is the perfect little look into the mindset of Google, where they
It's also
think they know what's
hypocritical.
best.
It's also hypocritical because as Zeo Gold points out, he goes, "Aren't these the same people that said meritocracy only works for white people? They are.
Yeah,
This is the
that's
same
exactly
fucking
they
mindset. You can't be okay. This analogy doesn't work on two levels because you still have you will still have 90% more grade A orange beans than you would have to the 10% grade A teal beans. Just because there's a different ratio of these beans doesn't mean that the ratio is going to skew somehow in favor of the teal beans being more plentiful in grade A than the orange beans being, of grade A quality. It doesn't
and
fucking
also
work
let's
that way.
and also let's look at what happens to all the other beans. Like, let's say I don't. This is the ivory tower problem, where you're gonna spend, $30 on a pound of coffee. What happens to everybody who can't spend $30 on a pound of coffee? As far as Google is concerned, they just throw out the other beans and they don't give a damn about it. That's not the way it
Fucking
works.
memes. Memes, you are a deplorable piece of shit. Are we talking about a bean gate?
God damn it, memes.
You deplorable
God.
piece of shit. Get out of my house.
But yeah, no, this analogy gives you a perfect mindset into what goes on in Google. They think they know best. They think they know how the market works. They control the flow of information. They they are of the mind that what we think we know, what we think you want to consume, we're the arbiters. We're the ultimate gatekeepers of what you know,
Yeah.
what you think you know. This is the mindset of these individuals. They are authoritarian.
Here's the last little bit of this. This is what tech companies are doing with diversity hiring. They are looking harder for underrepresented groups, and they are spending more time and effort making sure they don't throw away any of the good ones. If the good ones apply to the fucking position, they will come to you. If they fucking feel like working for you, they will put in an application.
Oh, again, with the bean mindset. If they think you're not worthy, then bye.
Yeah. So I'm gonna address this last chat from Ain't Jack, and then we're gonna fucking head on out of here because my throat hurts. I've been sucking on this document a little too hard, a little too much hate boner. He says because the rest of us are so incompetent, we have to have liberal white saviors to help us and lift us up.
Yeah, that's pretty much the mantle that Google's taken up. They know better than all of us little plebeians, apparently.
Yeah, I'm better than you because I work at a big tech firm. Go fuck yourself in the horse you rode in on. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, join us on Saturday night for the live drinking game for a little bit more fun. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, stay